Guys, we're at the skate park. This is Surf. So this is for Nancy and all the other people, all the other angels that understand. We're putting together what's called the Fromm equation. If you don't know who Mike Fromm is, then just understand that the equation. It's somebody that loses sanity temporarily and then goes to heaven. Let's just leave it at that. Now there's an equation for sanity. It's path, duration, outcome. So it's the amount of time you're spent sleeping, eating. So if you get enough sleep and you have enough proper calories that you feel good, it makes your brain operate properly. Let's say those two things are true. You got enough sleep, you ate enough. Then the only thing left, if you're not crazy, if you've gone crazy, is people, places, and things. Well, places could be living in the hood and you see death every day. A thing could be, let's use other people dying. No fault of anybody's own, as the liberal socialist would say. No fault of anybody's own, but a relative dies, a grandfather. You know he's going to die anyway. He's 100. He had a great life, but he was a great man. So you cry and you have a little breakdown because you lost something great and you've not yet grieved properly and celebrated his life. Okay. Then there's you. It's your choices. You have a toxic person and you're choosing consciously to prove to them you're smart, you're good, you're dependable, you're honest, you're working hard. And that person gaslights you and makes you feel like you're not good. So you get angry. It's a predatory response to fight back against somebody trying to hurt you. But you love them so much you don't understand it. So you fight back to prove, and they say, not only are you not a good person, but you're crazy. Look at the way you're behaving. And then they give you a little love bombing and you feel better and nice. There's neuroscience to support this. If it's over and over and over again since childhood, a person like that, let's say a bad grandmother, can trigger you and throw you into a negative state so bad that you act a fool. Okay, the Fromm equation is, do you attract enough good people in your life to counterbalance the one bad person? Let's take it back of the envelope. Guess, let's 10 to 1. Let's say you need 10 angels. How many angels can you fit on the tip of a pin? 1 billion. Let's say you just have a little pinprick of 10 angels. It would take them and your past memories of the angels to help you snap out of that person screaming at you, calling you a bad person, when they've caused everything. Like, you did nothing, man. Your life is great. You fly home. You're living in another country. You fly home, and that person meets you in the airport, starts screaming at you and tell you everything's your fault, and you're tired and you're sick. So you immediately like, what's the matter? I want to make you happy. And that person just destroys you. Now, let's say you're healthy and that happens. I think the Fromm equation is like work, force times distance. It's the amount of time you are with that person versus other people. Because let's say it's your partner, let's say it's your mom. If you're spending a lot of time with your partner and your mom, it would take 1 billion angels that are never in contact with you to protect you. Let's say you have an angel in your life. Let's say it's your work wife. You go to work 8, 10, 12 hours a day, and that woman counterbalances the evil. In time, you'll realize, I'm not crazy. It's the person I'm married to that's crazy. Okay. So we'll do all that. We're going to work on the Fromm equation. I'm sure there's a mathematical explanation for crazy. Now, that's people that go crazy. There's people that are just crazy. What I call that is a hardware problem. Let's look at a PC, a personal computer. You have the tower, the monitor, all that stuff. The monitor is your eyes. The tower is your body. The brain is, let's say it's a Pentium chip. If there's a bug in the software, it causes the Pentium to overheat. I think that's fixable. I think there's also people that have a hardware problem. The fucking thing's broken. Man, there's nothing you can do with those people. I don't know. That's for psychiatrists and psychologists to figure out. I just want to figure out the Fromm equation. Now, there's other behaviors from the Fromm equation. Psychosis, being psychotic. We learned in the Army that if you don't sleep 4 hours a night, and I'm not talking laying in the bed 4 hours. I'm talking uninterrupted, deep sleep, and then you get your REM time. I'm not sure about sleep science. I need to study that a little better because I'm going to create a sleep room and I'm going to start testing this. This is going for the laboratory. I'm not talking about that. The Fromm equation is when you know, let's say you're fully aware, and Fromm had a best friend, Lack. And Lack said, bro, if we sleep 4.78 hours a night, like we lay in the rack 8, if we get 5 good hours of sleep, it's actually 4.78 is from my data, we're going to feel good. Now, if we eat nothing but watermelon, fruit, and chicken, that's our optimum food. Let's just say that's true. Let's say both are true. And now let's say one day a week we throw a tantrum where after the fact we're like, I don't even know, what the hell? And then you find your trigger and it's a certain person. You cut that person out of your life, you have 30 days, 90 days, 4 years of you're just badass happy. Then you go back to that person, you know, bam, triggers you, throw it in again. All right, it's that person. Let's say we figured that out and I shared it with Fromm. That's the Fromm equation. Mike, you're so used to your toxic grandmother that you latched on to a wife and now you have a second wife. There's so much like that. In internal, the angel warrior aspect, you're fighting evil, but you don't realize you're fighting yourself because angel warrior is also a mirror. So I'm getting really technical into spirituality. All I'm saying is there's certain people we're drawn to that hurt us. Those are perhaps soulmates. You're designed to have children with them, and then those children are supposed to end the 10,000 years of trauma. Let's say that's true. That's ridiculous. All this is ridiculous. But I think there's a science, a brain chemistry science, that you're happy, you're in dopamine state, you're serotonin, you smoke some, you're chill, and there's a certain person could walk in the room, you can hear the car door shut, your muscle tightens up, your brain starts pumping epinephrine, which is another form of adrenaline that short circuits. I'm not sure how it works, but then you go full cortisol mode. You're stressed, you got to move, and you're like ready to fight. As soon as they walk in the door, which is a self-fulfilling prophecy. Maybe they're just a wounded puppy, and it's like picking up a dog from the pound. And they're a good dog. They mean to be good, but they've been abused so bad, they're going to bite you. I think there's a mathematical equation, the amount of time you could spend with narcissists. Now, I'm testing this because I have one in my life. Now, I've recovered from this fully. I know when I'm triggered, and I don't even know these people, so I don't care. The other 3 people in my life that I know for sure it's not that they're evil, it's just I could never even be in the same zip code with them. There's another set of people, angels, I can't be in the same zip code as well because there's just too much love. Meaning, you just want to love all day and you don't actually accomplish anything else. Those are the angels in your life, the warriors. They can heal you going into battle. You almost die, an angel can come save you. I'm talking physically, emotionally, spiritually. There's those people in your life. They're very good for you, and they're very good to keep in contact with in the written word, the spoken word. But to be in the same zip code, it's great for you, don't get me wrong, but that's for heaven, the 5th dimension, blah, blah, blah. In your life, if you marry that person, or let's just say you spent 30 days with that person, at the end of the 30 days, you guys would be literally in a house together, never leaving each other's side, like just locked in, nothing else is accomplished. I think this is all true. I think that in theory, it's true how people, you ever meet somebody and you talk to them and you're automatically funnier, or you work with people and you automatically make more money? We know that's true. I think there's certain people in your life that completely overwhelms your brain, your neurochemistry, with your mind-body contract. You train yourself enough to get stressed out. I have an ex that listens. She voice recorded all my yelling at her. She calls a thing and takes it out of context, but she listens to this over and over again. So she's trained herself to go back and just be triggered and hate me. Because if you're with somebody for 20 years, I'm sure there's 20 minutes where you lost your cool and you yelled and said bad things. Well, if you recorded all those 20 minutes and every day you played them back, you could just hate somebody with a passion. Conversely, a Tony Robbins, if somebody said beautiful things to you and you listen to that out of 20 years, how many minutes is that? You take 20 minutes out of 20 years of all the best things they ever said. You could actually fall madly in love with that person. Maybe that's really an angel, or maybe that's really what's called a narcissist. I don't know. I don't care. I just want the neurochemistry, and I'm not talking about the physical brain. I'm talking about the chemicals, your mind-body contract. You have cortisol, adrenaline. There's 3 kinds. One's epinephrine. You have dopamine, which is, whoa, everything's wonderful. And cortisol, everything's chill. Again, to review, your dopamine is like using drugs. The dopamine takes more and more and more to feel happy. That's why drugs are bad. It takes more and more. In order to reset that, so it only takes a little to get happy, is called serotonin, chill. So once or twice a week, why on Sunday did the Lord rest? And why shouldn't you work on Sunday? They should close every business in the world to give the whole global population a day to chill. Reset your dopamine. Monday's still going to suck, but on Monday night, yeah, I did this, I got this. By Tuesday, everybody's happy. Tuesday through Friday, weekend's coming. Oh my gosh, it's a wonderful way to live life. The Europeans do it. They take a month off a year. They're closed Sunday. You know what? In Germany, when I lived there, you couldn't go to the store on Saturday. They're closed Saturday and Sunday. One Saturday a month they're open, and they do just as much business as the other three. Americans, we're a little silly with that, but we have the puritanical work ethic, which is great. We work our butts off. That's why America's number one. I'm not trying to change the world. All I'm saying is you can be an American and choose never to work Sunday. Chick-fil-A. Path, duration, outcome, neuroplasticity. That's the ability to rewire your brain. After 25, it's harder. That's why Einstein wrote all this stuff before 25. We're getting really there. We have some help. We have a few PhDs. We have PhDs in statistics, economics. We have Huberman Lab, PhD in neuroscience, neurochemistry, biochemistry. We have a chemical engineer in stock, a LAC. We have a lawyer in stock, another LAC. And we have a mathematician, another LAC. So my 3 children are brilliant. We're going to work together. We're going to make the LAC lab, and we're going to make it work. This is the hypothesis I'm putting forward to my 3 angels. You know who you are. You know I love all 3 of you. I need some feedback because I need to form the hypothesis to test, actually get the data, actually test it. Then Mr. Vic has a daughter in stock that is a psychiatrist, psychologist, just, world renowned. She's got a PhD. So let's do this. It's not hard. It's just hard work. We know it. Now we're bringing it all together. Let's use all the LACs, all the Niederhoffers, all the angels. And the angels, why I'm not calling your names out, because some of you don't want to even talk to me anymore. Anyway, I love you guys. Bye.